Okay, here's the Sem game. Going to break some things down, some points of emphasis on some other things we need to clear and be wary of as the season starts to begin. And these are things, if we can master these and be aware of them, then we should have no problem being highly, highly competitive, especially against those top-end teams. So I'm going to start fast-forwarding a little bit. I have a bunch of things marked. It won't take long. So first thing I want to go to is this situation here. Ball's here is going to be played to this player. What's going to happen is what we always seem to do. Converge. There's the ball. 1, 2, 3 players converging on one point. This player here is our outside midfielder. If you notice, the white shirt is coming with them. There's no need for her to be there. She needs to be out here in this channel. That is your job. Same thing with this outside midfielder. You're doing the same thing. Get out in those channels. Start bringing players with you. Okay? Because when you play this out, look, we're all clustered together. Now, we clear it up pretty good, and I'm kind of nitpicking here a little bit, but it's those little things that can mean big things at the end. So I'm going to go to the next marker. Okay. I love this. Look at this. Right in a line. Right where you need to be. Now, the play was short, but what I'd like to see is this player here more out here. Why? Because you're going to bring this player with them. That leaves our center forwards with one-on-ones when that ball gets played. Now, the ball was shot short near post. That's okay. But if that ball was put as a cross and you guys are where you currently are, there's nobody out here. These are this is why I say, just do your job and keep it simple, and you'll have less running to do. All right, next marker. This is the point of emphasis right here, and this falls solely on everybody that played outside midfield yesterday because you kept pinching in. Here's our outside midfielder. Inside the numbers. Nobody out here. We can't have that. The reason being, we were playing beautiful through balls this way. And this is what's going to happen. We are going to play a beautiful through ball. The problem is because our players are so pinched inside these numbers, and look at all the players here, it's going to take us out of a goal scoring opportunity. If this player is where they should be, and they're making that run, and that ball gets here, it's now a direct line. And I'm going to keep my lines up there, and I'm going to let this play so you could see it. There goes the ball. Oh, it disappeared anyway. Look how far away she has to run now. She's out of position. She's out of position. And now has to cut back and reset. Where if I go backwards, if she was out here making that run, she has an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Not saying that the ball would go in the net, but it's a much higher percentage chance of us scoring a goal there than having to stop, reset, and go backwards. Okay, let me go to my next marker. All right, this solely falls on our back line. Ball is here, and it's a free kick. So let me just play this out so I could show you something, and then I'll hit pause. I don't know why we're holding all the way back here. The ball is here. Between here and there is about 25 yards of space. No, we got to help our keeper out. If the ball is here, our line, at worst, should be here. And that falls on our center backs. Okay? You guys are the ones that control that. Hold that line. Because if you don't hold that line, you're going to end up being back here. And when the ball gets placed this way, and in this case, it worked out in our favor, but against higher end teams, it may not. They're in our keeper's face. Okay? Because when I play this out, it worked in our favor, but if there was a bad bounce or mishandled, she's right in the keeper's face. Can't have that. Got to be smarter than that. Much better on the cleanup with our player here on the through ball. Because the play started and it was more of an inside run. Now, technically speaking, she should be more out here. But given the situation, I'm not going to fault her for that because it was a beautifully placed ball. But because it skidded out, it took us out of position. These are things on the wet turf that you got to realize. Okay? Next one. Corner kick. I understand you guys are running plays, and that's fine. But at some point in time, you kind of have to throw the playbook out the window and take what the other team is giving you. This keeper is there. She is solidifying this entire near post area, giving us everything back that way. Okay? The problem is we don't have anybody out here if that ball were to sail. Now, on this particular corner kick, the ball's going to be short. It's going to be in this area. But that's not my argument. That's not the point I'm trying to make. These are things you have to see ahead of time. If this keeper is going to sit here, then take what they're giving you. Outside midfielder, hang out here. Get some of these white shirts out of here so that if that ball gets placed and it's over, all you have to do is run up and let it hit you in the body and it's in the goal. Okay, so I'll let this play out. Boom. Short. She got it. It's okay. Next time, not so much. Let me go to the next mark. This is what I'm trying to say in terms of all of our forwards taking shots. It's everybody that's up top that's taking a shot right now. Here's our goal. Here's our player. She beat her one-on-one, and it was really nice. Right now, she's squared to go this way. Now, to her credit, she's able to get her hips around. But now that keeper's waiting. She is in prime position. Okay? Now, when she gets her hips around, she's going to square up solely with that keeper. I'm going to go frame by frame. She gets her hips around. Keeper's in prime position. It's right at her. Now, let me go backwards. Right before the shot. You beat her one-on-one. This defender is not going to get there. You have an opportunity to take a touch forward if you want to. Because if you do that, that's going to draw the keeper out this way, and it gives you both corners open. I know it's a bang-bang play. It's just something to keep an eye on, be wary of, that you might, if you're playing a player one-on-one and you have them beat, you might be able to get that extra half touch in there. That way you can get your hips around and pick a corner. We have a tendency to do that quite a bit. Next marker. Free kick. Now, Sem did us a service by holding here. If you're a defensive player watching this, ball's at the 30, you're holding 18 on this one. Because they're doing a disservice to their keeper by allowing us to get in their face. Okay? Now, we're in decent position. Let's get this player out a little bit because you want to make your runs to the back post. And I say that in particular for this free kick because when this plays out, you'll see why. Right straight through. And I'm going to go backwards here. If you're making that run to this post, you have a goal. Okay? Get wider. Next one. The other corner kick. Now, we've already seen, you guys are in prime position now giving the back post. She's moving forward. Because that's how she plays. That's where she feels comfortable. I'm not going to fault the keeper for that. But she's giving it to us. All right? Ball went wide. Now, we're just missing a header. But if we can get a player here and a player out here and being more patient, we'll have more scoring opportunities in situations like this one. I'm not saying it's going to be there all the time, but when you guys get a couple of corners, you should know what the defense's tendencies are. Okay, finally, last one. I know this one's going to be a little bit harder to see, but that's okay. I just want to point out how we're taking long-distance shots because we're setting them up nicely. Here's our ball here, players coming up. Now we know that when a ball's passed to us on the ground, there's a lot of momentum in that ball, and you don't need to strike it all that hard to send it however it is, how far you want to send it. This is about a 21-yard shot, okay, from where the ball is struck to where the goal mouth is. If I can, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, I'm going to try. Nope, didn't think so. Undo. It'll clear. Let's see if I can. I'm trying something new. I know it's grainy. There we go. I zoomed back out. Back plant foot, perfect. We're arching our back, so the player's going to be in more of this position. Heads down, which I like for now. Eventually, when the ball's struck, they pick their head up, and that throws your whole body movement off. But you're only going 21 yards. 21 yards, not that far of a shot. Plant foot here, you need to be over the ball a little bit more. Keep that shot down because that ball's going to sail because you got momentum and you're striking it, and we're more power than we are finesse. You get your head over this ball, you're going to be able to keep that ball just under the crossbar most of the time. Not going to say it's going to work all the time, but most of the time. Other than that, it was more of a repetitive style of stuff that we need to keep an eye on and work on. But if there's something in the film that you guys saw you want me to break down, just send me a message with the time and what half it was, and then I could break it down using Chalk Talk here. Other than that, that's it.